Namaste Narasimhaya Prahlādāda-dāyine Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Shilatankana Khalaye Ito Nrasimha Parato Nrasimho Yato Yato Yami Tato Nrasimha Bahir Nrasimho Hridaye Nrasimho Nrasimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye. Hare Krishna. So today we will speak about the Narasimha Stuti as sung by Prahlāda. The Stuti that I sang, it has two verses, and then there is another third verse which starts with Tavakara Kamala Varena Kamadbhuta Shringam. It is from Jayadev Goswami's Dashavatar Stotra. So today I am going to speak about a beautiful line from Narasimha Stuti, that is Prahlādāhlāda-dāyine, the second line. Namaste Narasimhaya Prahlādāhlāda-dāyine. So here it's very beautiful that Prahlāda is addressing Narasimha Dev as Prahlādāhlāda-dāyine, one who bestows bliss to Prahlāda. So Narasimha Dev is called as Prahlādāhlāda-dāyine, one who gives bliss, happiness, joy to Prahlāda. In fact, the word Ahlād means joy and bliss. And the word Prahlāda means, pra means intense and Ahlād means bliss. So one who experiences, one who relishes intense bliss is called as Prahlāda. So it's very nice that Prahlāda is always in a blissful state. His father wanted to kill him. The small boy, he was thrown into the fire. He was bitten by snakes. He was pushed from a mountain cliff, but nothing happened to Prahlāda. Prahlāda still maintained intense bliss. He was always happy. And look at our position. We want to be happy, but we are not able to become happy. But our desire is to be happy. So what causes one to be so blissful? Why is it that Prahlāda is experiencing such bliss? And the reason is very simple. The simple reason is that he is completely absorbed in hearing about the Lord, in serving the Lord, in chanting glories of the Lord. That's how he becomes blissful, because the only activity that can make the soul blissful is to be in connection with the Lord. Just like a small child is always blissful in the presence of parents, and a small particle of fire, a spark, when it is in touch with the fire, it is very effulgent, it is very vibrant. Similarly, we are all souls, we are not the body. The soul becomes very blissful in association with the Lord. And how do we connect with the Lord? We connect to the Lord by chanting His beautiful holy names all the time, by remembering Him all the time, by hearing about Him, by engaging in His seva, by offering everything to the Lord. The soul becomes intensely blissful, like Prahlāda. And when you are in that bliss, then nothing comes in your path. You don't experience any pain, any suffering, because the bliss is so intense that it just makes you completely different from any negative experience, So that's the point, So the only thing that can make us blissful is our connection with the Lord. So that's why we chant Krishna's name. We keep a connection, the holy name, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Iva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, Nasteva Gatiranyata. So the most important point that Prahlāda realized that he is a soul and his need is the connection to Krishna, connection to Narasimha. The soul is spiritual and the spiritual soul can be blissful in the presence of the Supreme Spiritual Lord, Krishna, Narasimha. And then the bodily pains and the bodily pleasures become so insignificant in front of the spiritual bliss that we experience. So the point is that we are experiencing pain, suffering because we are still in the bodily consciousness. We think that we are the body, and that consciousness makes us miserable, painful experience because no matter what you do for the body, the soul still feels very thirsty for bliss, very disappointed with the existence. So the first thing, Prahlāda was totally absorbed in the soul consciousness, not just being a soul but a servant of Krishna, and in the service to the Lord, Prahlāda is experiencing intense bliss. So see, look at how different everybody experiences. Prahlāda was in Krishna consciousness, in spiritual consciousness, and when Lord appeared, he was blissful to see the beautiful feature of the Lord, Narasimha. At the same time, if you see all the demons, in fact all the devatas also were very terrified, because the demons, in fact, they had the egoistic consciousness. I am the body, I am the enjoyer, I am the controller. So that creates fear. When you are having a false ego, that creates fear of the Lord. And when you are in devotion with the Lord, then you see the Lord as a beautiful and a very pleasing experience. Just like a small cub, cub of a lion, the cub experiences so peaceful, blissful experience with the mother lioness. But at the same time, if you see other animals, they become afraid of the lion. So we are all souls, we are all servants of Krishna, we are all spiritual, and we need to understand that our happiness lies only in connection with Krishna. So Prahlāda is praying, Prahlāda is saying in one shloka, Prahlāda is saying Naivodvije para duratyaya vaitaranyas Twadvirya gayana mahamrita magna chitta. Prahlāda is praying that, my dear Lord, I am not at all worried about anything related to the miseries of the material world. I'm not worried how I will cross this Vaitarani river, the material existence. I'm not at all worried because my mind is totally absorbed in remembering, in singing, hearing your glories. That makes me blissful. I'm just worried about the people who are in material consciousness, who are carrying the burden of this material existence, and they're suffering. So look at the compassion. Prahlāda is showing compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. He's worried about their bad consciousness, and he's praying that there can be some change in the consciousness. He's worried how he can bring about a change in the consciousness of the materialistic people. So that's the thing. So Prahlāda is always blissful in Krishna consciousness. And there is one important aspect about Hlādinī. Hlādinī means bliss. Krishna has three different energies. One is the Hlādinī-śakti, one is the Samvid-śakti, and one is Hlādinī-śakti. So here Lord Narasimha is called as Prahlāda, Prahlādāda-dāyine. He is the giver of bliss. And, and Lord has three different energies. One of them is the Hlādinī-śakti. The Hlādinī-śakti is the energy that makes Lord blissful, that gives joy, that gives love to Krishna. And the personal manifestation of the Hlādinī-śakti is Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani is the personal form of that spiritual internal potency, Hlādinī-śakti. And she always engages herself in serving Krishna and makes him blissful. So Krishna is the Purusha and Srimati Radharani is Prakriti. Prakriti is the energy, and that energy is meant to serve Krishna, to give bliss to Krishna, to make to give that loving feelings for Krishna, and Krishna becomes very joyful. Krishna is always ecstatic and blissful. And here Narasimha, who is none other than Krishna himself, he is called as Prahlāda-Hlāda-dāyine. That means he gives or he shares that bliss with his devotees. That's so beautiful, right? You know, Lord is always willing to share his bliss with his dear loving devotees and make them blissful like Prahlāda. So that is the nature or the quality of the Supreme Lord. So we also in our material life, we see, we experience in this world that we give something and we feel very happy giving somebody happiness. We help people, we share things, and then we feel a kind of happiness. And this nature is actually coming from Krishna. So Lord appears as Narasimha and he bestows, he makes Prahlāda happy, intensely blissful. How it happens? Because Lord is full of bliss. He's an ocean of bliss, and he shares us a tiny portion of bliss to his devotees and makes them Prahlāda-Hlāda-dāyine. So it's very beautiful reciprocation between Lord and the devotees. You can see here the Lord appeared because Prahlāda desired Lord to appear, and then Lord reciprocated by making himself manifest from the pillar, because Prahlāda said that my Lord is present in the pillar, and to make that true, to reciprocate with the thoughts and the feelings of his devotees, the Lord manifests himself in this supremely beautiful Narasimha form and presents himself in front of Hiranyakashipu to prove Name Bhakta Pranashyati. Krishna says that my devotee will never be vanquished. Whatever devotee says, that becomes true. The Lord is reciprocating his love. This is the personal aspect of the Lord. Many people in India especially think Lord is some impersonal being, or he is an energy, or he is some power. But Lord is not just energy. Lord is a person with beautiful features, qualities, and one of the qualities is that he is bhaktavātsalya. He becomes subdued. He becomes controlled by the love of his devotees. And here, in this particular Narasimha Stuti, we see Lord appeared as Narahari, and he appeared to reciprocate to the love of his dearmost small boy devotee Prahlāda, and he made him happy by reciprocating the love. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Narasimha Bhagwan ki jai, Hare Krishna.